Alright, so we're back with another 2,000 point battle report. I got a different camera I'm borrowing this time, so it's going to be in HD, so that'll be kind of cool. But it's going to be Space Wolves versus Blood Angels. So this is my Blood Angel army. I have 2 Vindicators here. I have a Razorback, just with a heavy bolter, half a tactical squad and a Librarian inside. They have a combi plasma and plasma gun. A Razorback with a 5-man assault squad with a Melt-A-Bomb and Melt-A-Gun. Same exact thing there. A Predator with autocannon, las-cannon, sponsons. Land Raider Redeemer with a multi-melta, 10 Death Company, 2 Power Fists, and a Reclusiarch. A 10-man assault squad spread out because he's got a bunch of drop pods, so I'm kind of protecting the Land Raider. They have 2 Melta Guns and a Power Fist. And the other half of the tactical squad there with the las cannon and just 4 bolters. And we're playing the Bay Area Open missions, or one of them, with the Relic in the middle, which is the yellow dinosaur there. And then we also are playing Big Guns Never Tire. It's you play 2 missions at the same time and try to win the most missions. So we have one of the objectives is right down here. Another one is that little funny looking sensor over there, and then there's the little droid looking thing on the hill, the other Big Guns Never Tire missions, or objectives rather. And then he has on his left hill there is a long fangs, up there are long fangs with all las cannons and a rune priest. He forgot his Thunderwolf cavalry, so ignore that blob in the middle of Necrons. The Seer, the Nightbringer, is a Thunderwolf Lord, and those are Thunderwolves. Kind of proxying today, but and then some missile launcher long fangs over there with another rune priest. And then he has 4 drop pods, 2 with melty guns and 2 with plasma guns coming in. So that's where we're at, and I have first turn. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we're back into turn 1 Space Wolves. They seized the initiative on me, so I didn't get turn 1. But luckily damage was marginal. He just landed here with a Melta squad and a drop pod, and only managed to shake my Vindicator, get 1 whole point. 1 Melta missed, and the other one just rolled a 1 for his damage result. The long fangs did nothing, so it was also night fight turn 1. They just bounced off, hit some armor, and I made my saves. And then over here he landed with a plasma squad and annihilated my jump troop squad down to 4. And that's all that happened. So we'll be back with my turn 1 and see how much stuff I can kill. Alright, so the end of Blood Angels turn 1, and I kind of made sure I got first blood here by just spending the assault squad's Melta Gun and a drop pod and just nuke the drop pod. The Land Raider moved up and barbecued the Grey Hunters that were there, and they actually broke and ran and are falling back over there, so they'll automatically rally and all that fun stuff next turn. I killed a single Thunderwolf with all of my Razorbacks here in the center. They all fired in. The guys on the hill helped fire into those Grey Hunters that broke but didn't kill anybody. And then this Vindicator backed up and fired through there and killed, I think, 3 Grey Hunters of that squad and penetrated the drop pod but made its cover safe. And of course that one was stunned, so it just sat there like a mook and didn't do anything. So that was my turn 1 because I got initiative seized, blah, if I can talk. And we'll be back with Space Wolves turn 2. Alright, so back at the end of Space Wolves turn 2, and they got no reserves in. 1 drop pod came in, 1 did not. The one that came in scattered off the table and went back into reserves, so that was kind of funny. They assaulted in and wrecked this Vindicator because it was stunned and didn't get moved, so it automatically killed it. The Thunderwolves assaulted in and wrecked the Land Raider, just did 4 glancing hits with a stupid Thunderhammer and wrecked it, and blew the gun off of that Razorback. And this squad that rallied shot the assault squad down to 1 guy, just the sergeant left. And that is all that happened. Almost nothing happened in the shooting phase except for that squad getting shot to death. So we'll be back with Blood Angels turn 2 and see if I can't take down those Thunderwolves right in front of me. Alright, so the end of Blood Angels turn 2, and I decided to leave the Thunderwolves alone with my Death Company. Instead I ran over here and just mugged that squad that was standing there. The lone Assault Marine sergeant jumped behind that rock, so he's hiding back there. I fired basically my entire army, everything you could see them, into the Thunderwolves and only managed to kill 1. The Predator moved up and fired into the las-cannon Longfangs and did kill, I think, 3 of them actually. I think he failed every single save I forced on him, which is pretty awesome. And that's all we did this turn. So we still have this little squad back here who's going to hopefully come out of the open so I can kill him. I'm trying to bait on this Vindicator here. But we'll see what happens, and we're back with Space Wolves turn 3. Alright, so back into Space Wolves turn 3, and it was a much better turn for Space Wolves. The Thunderwolves went in over here, and that was kind of just a slap fest. I think he killed 2 or 3 of my guys, except the challenge my Reclusiarch. We only did 1 wound to each other with his Lord, and I did 2 wounds back to his 2 remaining Thunderwolves, so we both kind of just equally killed each other over there. A Plasma squad came in back here and tried to shoot that Vindicator, but did nothing to it. This squad moved through the bushes here, threw a crack grenade in, got a single glancing hit, and then tried to assault it and failed that assault right there, just didn't make it, so the Vindicator lives. But the Long Fangs finally came through and did what Long Fangs do best. The one on the hill is wrecked, the one the Librarian in exploded, and the Predator exploded. Actually, the Predator exploded from those Melta guys. But so that was kind of devastating this turn, but we'll try to fight back and see what I can do. Alright, so the end of Blood Angels turn 3, I kind of just kicked it into full reverse and tried to get these guys in my backfield. The Vindicator threw a pipe blade in there, but unfortunately scattered off, so only took out the first couple of guys. I then fired in with my bolter guys in the hill and killed another one. All these squads and the last remaining Razorback fired into this squad and knocked him down to 1. I tried to assault with the assault squad over there, but failed the big old long assault there. So there's one guy in the backfield. And then over here, I finished off all the Thunderwolves, but I lost both my Power Fists, so I'm down to just 2 Death Company and my Chaplain versus a Wolf Lord with a Lightning Claw, so that's going to be a pain in the butt. And that is all we did. Didn't shoot anything back there because all my long range is basically dead. So back with Space Wolves turn 4 and see what they can do. Alright, into Space Wolves turn 4, there's just a lot of repositioning more or less going on. This squad here that was 5-man got shot down to 3-man, and the Vindicator lost another hull point, but only on a glance, so it's down to 1. And the squad in the middle there grabbed the relic and started to move away with it. So that's about all that happened. I put another wound on his Wolf Lord, and he put another wound on my Reclusiarch, so both down to 1 over there. And that is it. This thing, they moved up and tried to shoot in there to get that last hull point off, but they couldn't do it. So we're back with Blood Angels turn 4. Alright, so the end of Blood Angels turn 4, and it was a much better turn for us trying to come back from this abysmal game. We did nothing over there in that combat. I whiffed on him, he did 4 wounds on me, and I made 4 up invulnerable saves. It was pretty awesome. These guys just moved up behind this Land Raider. All this squad over here fired into these lone sergeant and killed him. The Vindicator and the half the tactical squad fired in and killed all but 1 of these guys. And then the Librarian joined this assault squad, which got out of that Razorback, and Fear of Darkness, that squad, and they broke and dropped the relic and are running, but of course the auto rally. But at least it was something. So we're back with Space Wolves turn 5 and see if I can't pull off the draw somehow this game. Alright, so the end of Space Wolves turn 5, and he finally got Warlord over there, punched my Reclusiarch in the face with his Wolf Lord. And other than that, they just fired into the squad. The Librarian joined a whole bunch and only managed to kill 2 of them actually, because I had cover from Last Cannon. Last Cannon's missed, didn't they?
No, Last Cannon's hit, but you denied the Witch.
Denied the Witch, that's right, that's what I did. He tried to cast Living Lightning on him, but I stopped at Deny the Witch with my Psychic Hood. And I lost another one from this drop pod shooting me in the back over here. So that's all that happened this turn. We'll be back and see what I can do on my turn 5, see if I can't tie this thing up right now because I'm losing horribly. So at the end of Blood Angels turn 5, I still locked in with his Wolf Lord there with a single Death Company. I moved up on that objective and just kind of stood there. Moved up over here onto that objective there. Fired in and killed the lone survivor of this squad right there, so they're dead. The Vindicator moved up and the Razorback moved up and shot into the squad that's holding the relic, and I also hit them with Fear of the Darkness. They broke and ran, and I killed about 4 of them or 3 of them or something like that. And that is all I did on my turn, and the game did not end. I was going to roll for it on camera, but I spaced it off. So we'll be back with turn 6 and see what happens. Alright, so Space Wolves turn 6. Of course, they auto-automatic regroup and move back up and grab the relic again. The Long Fangs on the far hill shot my Razorback and wrecked it. The Wolf Lord finally finished off my lone Death Company who was there. And that squad Long Fangs fired in, killed a couple of my guys here, and they fell back and ran, so they're back there. And I think that was it. Took some other pop shots at these units over here, but to no avail. So we're back with Blood Angels turn 6 and see what happens. So, Blood Angels turn 6, absolutely nothing happened. I tried to Fear the Darkness on like a 3rd time in a row on that squad, but they finally passed their leadership. Fired in some bolters and plasmas and did absolutely nothing. Vindicator moved up, and those guys over there all fired into the Wolf Lord, and he stood just fine. These guys back here fired and assaulted with melted guns and a melted bomb, and that drop pod is still there. But it is minus the Storm Bolter finally. So I did nothing. So we'll see now if they go on turn 7. That's a 5. Can't even see it over there. But go on turn 7, we'll be back. Alright, so Space Wolves pretty much just sealed the deal. They killed my Librarian, so I can no longer Fear of Darkness that unit to get him off the relic. And we both hold 2 of the Big Gun Never Tire objectives, so it's tied there. And he also killed 2 of my heavy support, so he has +2 there. But I did manage to kill his Wolf Lord while it charged in with an Overwatch, which is hilarious. So that's my minor victory right there. But that's all that happened this turn. We'll be back and see if I can even put a dent in his army. Probably not with what I got left on the table, but we'll wrap up the game. All right, so that's it. The game's over, and absolutely nothing happened. I kind of did a last-ditch effort here to Kazimierczak in that back squad holding the relic there, but to no avail. Vindicator just scattered off and missed, and made forced two more saves. And he made both of them. So they stayed on the objective, and they're going to have it. It's a draw on objectives for Big Guns Never Tire, but he did kill 2 of my heavy support choices, so he gets +2 from that. And also he has the relic. So it's going to be a win for the Space Wolves.